Racquetball Outdoor World Championships. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Dave Fink as the men's quarterfinals of the big ball 3-wall division is underway now with Shorty Ruiz up against Mando Ortiz. These guys are rivals, but you don't see Mando this deep in a draw, not a draw like this. He's, I think, only made it to the quarters at least one time in our outdoor event, so this is a Cinderella story in the making.
But Shorty looks really good here. And like you said, Dave, these guys are rivals, but also doubles partners.
2-0.
They've played so many times against each other. But this match has a lot of X-Fest implications. Shorty is the leader in the clubhouse right now in the X-Fest. And look at Shorty just going for everything. And a win here, Dave, would go a long way in cementing that top spot for Shorty Ruiz. There's a lot of handball left to be played. He's already got the win in the small ball, 3-wall. And now this would be a minimum semifinal in the 3-wall big ball.
I'm just very surprised at how good Mondo's playing out here. We always thought that he'd have a breakthrough and he was one of the top players, but he just never has any results. Just, I believe, one time at Marina Park he did well. And that was it.
All in.
Shorty looking over at Soda Man and shrugging his shoulders like, what are you doing over here?
Over ball,
Mando Ortiz defeated New York's Kris Show. It's a great shot.
Side out.
It's a beautiful shot.
Round of 16. Kris Show, a one-wall player, Dave.
Score is 2-3.
I'm not here to take any shine off of the Cinderella story, though. Although you may think I am.
Point. Serving 3.
That's 2 out of 3 to 12. Rally scoring just over the line. 2 bounces there from Shorty. Point being called by our referee, Jose. That was a great serve.
That was really amazing.
4-3.
I think Mando could be dangerous out here based on the fact that.
Wow. And Shorty gets it.
Based on the fact that he has a lot of people out there that they don't believe that he could be a good big ball player. And I think he wants to show everybody that he can be and is. He has the shots.
Mark that miss on your scorecard, Dave. Mando missing that bunny with his left hand. He was on a nice roll there.
5-4.
Now lost 2 straight points since that error. And I believe, Dave, it didn't happen here, but usually when you make an error against a top player, you're going to lose about 3 points in a row based on my research and analysis.
5-5.
We're together at 5. They don't call foot faults out here in the outdoor game, I've noticed.
Side out.
That's for racquetball or handball.
6-5.
They do call them in 1-wall, though.
Well, I mean, they should be calling them. What I'm saying is they just aren't calling them.
Side out.
I don't know if it makes much of a difference, but I think if I had a chance to get closer to the front wall, I'd have better accuracy.
That's debatable, though.
I don't know. I'm not.
You see that in Australia where they don't have a foot fault line. Those guys serve right up against the front wall. Doesn't seem to be much of an advantage. But it is the rule, so if you're going to play by the rules, then you should play by the rules. You can't ignore one rule and play by the others.
8-6.
Look at Mando. That's a foot. That's a 2-foot fault. A whole body and a backspin fault.
I'm watching the shot making.
I'm watching the pirouette.
Marcos Chavez would be impressed with your observations.
Well, he's
a foot guy.
He's staring at those Nikes that Mondo's wearing. In fact, I played doubles at the Nationals with Marcos, and he chastised your tennis shoes that you turned me on to. And so that I went back and got my black Nikes, wore those.
I don't know which shoes he was referring.
The same brand that you're wearing now.
No, these are Echo walking shoes. So
but they're made by Echo. Tennis shoes. He said it wasn't right that I wasn't wearing Nikes.
Okay.
So I had to go buy a pair before the finals.
I did tell you to get Kobe's. That was my first recommendation. Marco says, turn me on to the Kobe's.
No de tiempo con no sé quién. All right, score is 9-6.
9-6 here, game number 1.
Mando's serve has really been the difference. You don't think of a serve being that important
Good ball.
That's a great
Shut
shot
up.
from
in big ball, but Mando's
Ruiz.
serve has been a difference. 2 aces in his last 5 points. That was a great lob from Shorty
7-9.
Ruiz.
That might be too far out. It
Good ball.
isn't, though. Great shot, underhand punch fist from Mando Ortiz.
That extra 2.5 feet makes a huge difference. In your
10-7-7.
mind, you're thinking the ball's out and it lands a foot in.
Oh, that
And
ball.
Mando with another ace.
I don't think that ball would have made it,
No,
and
I
they're
don't
not going to
either.
give him a
No,
point,
yes.
though.
They will.
10-7-7.
Did they give the point?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good shot there
Shut
from
up.
Shorty. Little roundhouse tomahawk, using a little bit of flavor, too.
Hey,
Just get that
7-10.
ball guided up to that front corner.
I've got a couple circles now on my scorecard.
I have too many. With
Well,
rally
Mando,
scoring, it's hard to have circles on your scorecard.
But every time you make a circle for something that seemed to go against Mando, he turns it right around.
11-7-8.
We've not seen Shorty have a lot of success in big ball in the last couple of years, and now he finds himself down a game to Mando Ortiz, who was in control there the whole way, Dave. Mando made 3 errors that accounted for 3 of Shorty's points, so Shorty only ended 3 rallies with his kills or winners. Mando with 9 aces or kills in that game out of his 12 points. So when you're dictating the play like Mando Ortiz is, as the opponent, you feel helpless. This guy has got the whole match on his hand, and I'm just sort of here. I know you know the feeling, Dave.
Yeah.
It's not a good one. Sal Duenas, Dave, very good friend of yours and mine, saying that, you know, okay, I won't speak for you. I'll speak for
one
me.
out of 2 ain't bad.
He said they know each other's games. Mando feels comfortable. He knows what to expect from Shorty. Sal is our expert guest commentator without a mic. Only we can hear him, but we can quote him.
In other words, he's a backseat driver.
I was really impressed, Dave, by the Iron Man this morning, Sal Duenas, not only making his 37th straight WPH outdoor start, but also the level of play this morning, exceptional. Sal, I want to congratulate you on that. I know you came up 2 points short today, but I think you got a lot to feel good about the way you played. Best I've seen you play since Fullerton, where you also played exceptionally well in a very close loss. So a lot to build on for Mr. Wizard, who will be making his 2nd trip to St. Louis, Dave, in as many months to challenge the Forest Park crew. Sal needed a couple of wheelbarrows to bring home all the sand that he won last trip to St. Louis. I know you don't follow that,
I think he
Dave.
actually bought a plane with all that sand.
Well, he needed to lease a jet to get all the sand that he won on the jet. You can't bring all that commercial.
Well, the Wizard it was good for the Wizard camp that there is no In-N-Out burger located in the Midwest, but then he discovered White Castle. That's all out the window. It's one of the only times you can play 20 matches in 2 days and come back 7 pounds heavier than you were when you left.
Mando with another great serve to start this 2nd game. Shorty, I think, overcommits there. And Shorty chirping at the referee a little bit there, not sure what he was saying.
Well, he
there.
banked himself behind Mando, then wanted a screen.
Oh, okay. And now things not looking good for Shorty.
It was a good call from our referee.
The last thing you want to do, Dave, is have your opponent run out the 1st game and then get off to a 2 or 3-0 deficit in game 2.
That's a great shot.
And Dave, speaking of Mondo's lack of success in big ball, saw Mando at Venice Beach 2015 have match point against Chava Cordova in the tiebreaker in a match he should have won. Chava ranked number 3 at the time, so the game is there. And I think for Mando Ortiz fans, This bodes very well for the upcoming Race for 8 season, where just a year ago, Mando took over the #1 ranking. He's now slid down to #4 after a really abysmal second half of the season last season by his standards. Mando also suffered from the elbow injury, overcoming that, and developed turf toe this summer, Dave, on a dive playing at Venice Beach, which caused him to miss some 3-wall tournaments this summer.
You may hear the wind. I'm not sure what you're hearing at home, but if this broadcast suddenly ends, you'll know that we're petting and feeding Toto somewhere in Kansas.
Yeah.
Score is 5-2.
3 straight errors for Mando Ortiz and 5 straight points for Shorty Ruiz. But I still feel like, Dave, Shorty is winning his points really only on Mando's errors. He's not really able to execute his shots as much as he'd like. And Shorty's a very aggressive player. We've seen that. We've seen him dominate with his offense.
That's short, and that's a side out. And that's not what you want to do at this point. That's the last thing that you want to do.
Well, it's 6 errors for Mando Ortiz in his second game. That accounting for all 6 of Shorty's points.
I thought Mando had a great return of serve there. That left hand up high to the left sidewall.
4-6. Point.
Now they're both collapsing at different times, though.
Well, that was just
how come you never see these guys collapse at the same time?
Well, I wouldn't call it collapsing. I mean, we're still seeing now. Okay, I'll call it a collapse now. I'll take it back.
Look at Shorty laughing over here.
7-5.
It's infectious.
Oh my.
Point.
Holy
But Dave,
smokes.
you have to think the wind is having an impact and a reason for a lot of these errors. Sitting courtside this morning, Dave, it was like watching a knuckleball pitcher and trying to hit it.
Which one's your favorite knuckleball pitcher of all time?
Wakefield.
Oh, going Wakefield.
He was a Pittsburgh Pirate.
I was going to go Phil Niekro, but Hoyt Wilhelm. That was definitely a little bit of a hinder action there.
I did not think so.
Shorty had to stop and go around him.
Nope. Didn't see it that way.
I saw it that
our
way.
referee, highly esteemed referee.
Let's see what our Sal Duenas thought.
7-8.
Hinder on that, Sal? Hinder on that last shot? Was there a hinder?
7-8.
Sal can't see through those aviators.
See? Sal saw the hinder, Dave.
Side out.
Yeah, he easily held up to go around. And
the referee and I did not agree, and the call stood.
It doesn't matter what you or the ref thinks. It's just about Sal and myself.
I had a feeling.
Somebody off mic and somebody who didn't even watch the play happen.
Oh,
Look
what
at
a
that
shot. We've seen that a lot on the Race for 8 tour, Dave. Mando just rearing back with the open stance and firing.
Side out.
Doesn't look like he had a bad elbow there.
Well, that was the left hand.
I know, but still.
Mando can close this match out here, Dave. He's just 4 points from the win, and make that 3 as that ball just crotches out. Now Mando having to take care of the trash.
Well, that'll be right back on the court in a couple seconds. This wind is swirling.
Score is 9-9.
I was trying to eat a burrito earlier, and it flew out of my hands. The wind took it.
What a shot from Mando. A cross-court power left.
Mando looks really good right here.
Mando looks like a contender to win this division. I was not sold before this match started based on the players he had beat, and I am now sold. Big setup for Mando. Does not put it down, though. Shorty also cannot put it down.
Side out.
Circle that on your scorecard.
If Shorty's played as many matches as anybody out here thus far, you have to wonder if that's having any impact on him right now. He's not putting the ball down like he can, and that time he does find the angle. Now game point for Shorty Ruiz to force a 3rd game.
Unbelievable. That's where I put the circle.
11-10.
Bye-bye for Mando here. Doesn't do it.
Oh
and Shorty collapses his shot into that right corner.
Se muere, ¿verdad? Se muere? The dice?
And now it's match point, right?
Yeah.
11-11.
Mando plays it too safe on the serve.
And there it is.
Shorty missed a terrible air there, and that's going to have a huge impact, Dave, on this X-Fest standings, where Shorty Ruiz now will be stuck on 14. He cannot gain any more points. Mando Ortiz moves on to the semifinals, and he's going to face the winner of an upcoming match here today. But what a win for Mando Ortiz. I would say
it does go back now to Mando Ortiz losing against Abraham Montijo in that small ball 3-wall singles on the opening day. Had that not occurred, I think Mondo's on the leaderboard at the #1 spot.
Well, you know, the next guy on the list was Chapman for Mando. You can't. Abe plays a great match. Abe plays very well out here. He's excellent with the small ball out here, so I take nothing away from.
No, but I'm just
Abe,
saying it could go right back to that position where he was the higher seed. He didn't follow through. But it does make things more interesting now, because we weren't talking about Mando Ortiz as an X-Fest leader, and it appears that possibly he is now.
He is not, though, because
he isn't, but he's on the leaderboard.
Well, he's not going to be in the top 5.
He's still on the leaderboard. Top 8 get paid.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Let's take a break. We have more action coming up around the corner as we continue with the live stream here. It's the 3-wall ball outdoor world championships. We'll have another great one coming up right around the corner. Stick with us for Dave Fink, Dave Vincent. We'll be back.